video again. We are going to go over drop it. I'm not quite sure if she fetches. I know she has no problem going to get stuff, but the way I've been observing her is us throwing some toys out there and all those dogs running after it together and then bringing in and playing tug of war with each other. So I didn't get to go out there and actually have her bring it to me because the dogs are more fun than I am, and she loves the tug of war game with the dogs, and that is beautiful. It's fine. I have no problem with that. But if there was an instance to where she had something dangerous in her mouth, something valuable of yours, you don't want to go running around chasing her and then grabbing that item and playing tug of war with it. So what we're going to request is drop it. And drop it means open your mouth and release at that moment. Now that doesn't come just by the word, that comes by a trade. Another thing that truly helps her learn how to, if she is not already, going ahead and playing the fetch game and bringing it back to you. There's times you just come home from work and want to sit there on the sofa, relax, and don't really want to exercise yourself, but you want her to have more exercise. You would love to be able to just toss a ball, a toy, and her bring it back. And all you got to do is get it from her, toss it again, bring it back. So she does the work and you don't have to. If she is not doing that as of yet, this drop it will teach her to do so. Also, again, the danger factor of her having that dangerous something in her mouth. And when the dog knows you want that, that's when game is on. And they will start running around playing keep away with you. So we're going to pretend this isn't a nice squeaky duck toy. We're going to pretend it is something that is valuable to you. And the way I'm going to teach drop it is placing the treat by the nose. I'm going to let her know it's something there to trade with. I'm going to say the word. She's going to make the decision, do I really want this over that? So her preference should be the food over the duck. Let's go ahead and try. You ready, Mele? You ready? Take it. Mele. Take it. Go get it. Go get it. Get it. Drop it. Yes, good girl. So initially I start with it right at her nose because I'm creating and forming that word to mean I got to trade for you. What I want you guys to start doing is start it from that point and then go a little higher. Cup your hand up. Drop it. That word is going to mean something. Drop it. That word is going to mean something because you're going to give her a treat every time. I would love for you guys to work on getting up to this point. Drop it will be just as effective as sticking this treat up her nose based on you coming through every time with a treat. Therefore, for that emergency time, maybe you go out on the side of the back and you see a rat in her mouth. You don't want to have to go run and get a treat. You surely don't want to play tug of war with that rat. So you walk out there, drop it, and she's going to think you have something delicious in your hand because you've always came through. Trying to use the most delicious thing you have at home with the drop a command. Method of training is positive reinforcement, but there are a couple commands that you always want to come through because you want them to work when you truly need them for the emergency. Drop it word is definitely an emergency one. So you really want to treat as much as possible. When that time comes that you need it, it'll work. And then later, you can go ahead and effectively reward her with it when you can. Go ahead. And again, she's been playing tug of war with her friends for a long time. I'm not that fun. Come on, Mele. Come on, go get it. Well, you got the gist of it. Go ahead and a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, okay? Always come through. You never want to jip her. Just say the word, but start with it, an even trade, right by the face, and then continue to say the word and come through. She don't see it, she don't smell it, but every time you said drop it, you release something to her. So that's how drop it's going to be the effective word. Now when you want to play the average fetch game, other words, give me, and then throw it again. Release. Throw it again. Give. Throw it again. Then work in a drop it. Now you got a treat. Okay, so that's how you keep drop it, that special emergency word. Say other words where they don't get a treat, just keep on playing with her. Give, release, anything else, drop it, that's the magic word that's going to stay and could save a life. Thank you so much. Aloha.